Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the winners of four straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Alabama's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously a quarterback that has had a lot of success here in recent weeks, and you wonder maybe if he's feeling himself just a little bit too much, a little bit too eager here in the opening drive, taking a shot deep down the field he probably shouldn't have, and the defense made him pay for it with the INT.
Here comes the offense on first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Working the middle, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Saunders. Got the back over the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Gators are rolling down the field. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
They'll throw it on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Peters. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! What a grab and go for the score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. An 84-yard drive there. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Makes the grab over the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out.
He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're bringing heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on fourth down. The Gators get enough for the first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your own line, I say go for it every time.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Trying to get to him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Pulls it in. It's Peters. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. It's first down from the 11. Looking downfield, it's Saunders. Makes his connection. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, he's looking downfield. He's got it. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. Defense going all in to stop the run. They'll try to sneak it. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He's loose at the 15. Off he goes. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Okay, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. It just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Saunders. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Going up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Peters. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have pushing passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's McNabb. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's going to take off. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Hey, I like this by the offense. Nice job of not forcing it, having to throw the football. Now you make it 3rd and manageable, but put your offense in a better position to succeed. That's a nice 2nd down play.
They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down door manageable.
To the air, it's Saunders. He makes a grab. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On second down, looking again to throw. He makes the connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And sure, tackling there to keep them from getting to the first down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play.
Going up top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw at Saunders. Quickly to the tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Gators want to move quickly. They'll throw it on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Dialing up a second down pass play. He's going to run it. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Line gets set, first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. 2nd and short now after that completion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Finds his tight end. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. 1st down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Gators look to keep this drive humming.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Saunders. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's taking the shot. And he makes the catch at the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
3rd and goal coming up here. Pocket starts to collapse. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Finds the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll test the right side. Just gets into the 28, pickup of 1. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Alabama quickly back to the line.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A strike downfield. Running toward the tape. Touchdown tie. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Ole Miss. We've got our eye on things here and everything else. Any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Saunders. It's complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up and try to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw it again. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gator. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So
continues to fight for yards. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The corners are walked up tight. Looking for a crease. It's Flawletta. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and they'll get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it.
And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Barrels ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. They'll run the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes it...
Going for the big play. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking for room. It's Flawletta. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They go to the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. The fair catch called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake.
Oh, it's out! Defense coming up with a huge... And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this team tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's McNabb. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the 4th. To the air on 1st down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
On the option. He'll pull it on the read. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. On the option. He'll toss it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. Let's see what they do on third down. Looking for a man. It's Saunders. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the ground. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Here's a throw downfield late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Flawletta. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He'll just keep slinging it. Coming after it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Alabama.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Fires downfield. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for play.
Gonna take a shot. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Gator. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left.
And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability. The ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Looking to throw, it's Saunders. He looks that one in nicely. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Still on his feet. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout call by the offense, 29 seconds left on the clock. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Trying to run it in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. With jet sweep pass. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Offense set on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there.